Welcome to Student Spotlight, a presentation of College Success Arizona. This program features the hardworking college students who have earned scholarships from College Success Arizona and are now pursuing their educational goals and career passions. Today on Student Spotlight, we interview Brandon Preciado.
So I was born in Yuma, Arizona, and I was pretty much raised there as well.
Where did you graduate from high school?
I went to Cibola High School. I graduated in year 2012.
And how old are you now?
I just turned 23 this past November 25th.
What was life like growing up in Yuma?
Super comfortable. Definitely my hometown. Every time I go back, it's I see all my family and all my friends are there. So most of my family is from Mexicali, which is just an hour away from Yuma. So I was pretty much all my life, I've grown there. I went to community college there right after I graduated from high school. I went to Arizona Western College for about 2 years. And then I moved over here to University of Arizona here in Tucson.
And what are you pursuing now at the U of A educationally?
I am doing electrical and computer engineering. I'm obtaining a bachelor's in that.
Ultimately, what do you want to do as a career? Do you have a dream job?
So, before I did end up coming to University of Arizona, I did have an interest in working with electronics, such as anything from an everyday cell phone to different hardware parts, computer parts, anything like that. But since coming to University of Arizona, I did get more interested in working in the power systems field. So working with anything having to do with a power plant, some kind of solar cells. Actually, my dream job would be to work with solar cells, such for solar panels and renewable energy and stuff like that.
Would there be, and it seems that there could be, a lot of opportunity in Arizona for a job in the solar sector?
Oh, most definitely. It's extremely hot around here, so no, but actually, if you go into Yuma and even here in Tucson, I'm not sure how it is in Phoenix, but almost everything is covered with solar panels now. I know in Yuma, all the schools, even a lot of the grocery stores, such as Walmart and Albertsons, we have solar panel roofs that are able to cover the cars, which is pretty convenient since it's going to be able to, power up whatever big buildings are around it and stuff like that.
About 10 years ago, I worked for the city of Yuma doing media relations, and this goes to your point of solar. And the city installed kind of a solar field in one of their parks, and the name of that park escapes me, right by the river. Do you know the name of that park?
Park that's right next to the river?
Yeah. They built it about 10, 15 years ago over the old dump.
Oh, man.
Do you know the one I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Is it the one where I think there was a castle, like a little like play castle there where all the kids used to play around there? Is that one?
Yes.
Done 10 years ago, maybe?
Yes. And that's the park. That's the... And anyways...
I think it's called Wetlands Park.
Yes, Yuma West Wetlands Park. And I remember when they opened that park, there was a solar grid. So part of the park was going to be powered by these solar panels. And then the then director, or a guy who worked for the Parks and Recreation Department by the name of Roger Blakely, said, someday Arizona will be like Texas was with oil wells back in the 40s and 50s with solar panels. That there will just be these massive solar farms out in the desert. And now when you drive to Yuma, you just get a little bit to the west of Gila Bend. There's that massive solar farm. Do you know what I'm talking about on the north side of the road?
Yes.
Of Interstate 8. It is just massive. And every time, there's a long-winded point, but that's 10, 15 years ago. And he mentioned projects like that where you would just have a mile or two, like a square section, a square mile, 640 acres of solar panels, and now it's there. And it really seems like the industry where it used to be sort of like a little bit out on the periphery or the fringe, it's sort of mainstream now. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Matter of fact, at the community college there, Arizona Western College, I want to say once you get to the campus, the whole half. So not only is the whole parking lot completely covered with these solar panels, we also have the whole right side of the community college just fields and fields and fields and fields of just solar panels. And it was a funny thing. So I guess there was a power outage, and the solar panels were able to back up the electricity for almost an entire day, and everybody was complaining, oh darn, everybody wanted to miss class that day because, most of the power outage was supposed to, knock out the whole electricity of that entire area. But thanks to the solar panels, every student had to go to class that day.
And I think you bring up a point about Yuma. I think Yuma, to a lot of people in Phoenix, is it's a gas station on the way to San Diego, but Yuma really doesn't get all the credit it deserves. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Arizona Western College on the campus there, NAU Yuma campus, very progressive solar plant there. The city's really been innovative in the last maybe 20 years. The city hall is just state of the art. I think that city is underrated for everything it has going on.
Oh, right. Yeah, most definitely. Matter of fact, even graduating from high school, everybody wanted to get out. Everybody, for some reason, I don't know why, but everybody wanted to get out, and a bunch of people have come back to Yuma, and it ends up being home. That's where you end up going for the holidays, and you see everybody that you graduated with, all your family, your friends. I mean, that's how that place is. It's growing. It's not just a little town anymore like it used to be. I want to say 10 years ago. Now it has truly expanded. It is definitely turning into it's a bigger city.
And when you graduate from the U of A, do you want to stay in Tucson? Thinking about going back to Yuma, maybe Phoenix? What are your plans?
Preferably, I would like Phoenix or Yuma. Tucson, I really don't see myself living here. I would like to be in Phoenix or Yuma, or even I have an uncle as a software engineer that has said he's able to possibly hook me up with a job up in San Diego, but that's another type of job. Preferably Phoenix or Yuma would most definitely be where I would like to move to.
You are one of the many hardworking students who have earned a scholarship from College Success Arizona, which, in addition to financial support, provides a success advisor or an academic advisor. In your case, it's Matt Sotelo. Can you talk about Matt's role in your life?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. So aside from, yes, he is our counselor, and yes, he's basically the person that has advised us through, using our resources at universities and everything. But more than that, he has become a friend of ours, and I think he has helped out. I know I've asked him many questions about like what kind of loans to pull out, financial aid, combinations and stuff to be able to pay through tuition, and he's always there to text back, or matter of fact, he's just a phone call away just to ask him for any questions like that. And yeah, truly helpful person. He's more of a friend. And
the financial aid up to $6,000 per year provided through the scholarship, $6,000 a year for educational expenses. How has that impacted your life in college, or made your life a little easier?
Humongous. It's been a humongous help. The financial aid paired up with the College Success Arizona scholarship that I've gotten has been truly a blessing. I know I can compare the financial status that I've been with. Like, if I compared it to other people that are just straight pulling out thousands and thousands and thousands of loans to pay for their tuition, I feel completely blessed. That's the only way I can describe it. It's a blessing to be able to have the financial aid and the scholarship help me through it all. It's definitely going to help. It's, my father is, he's the only one that is able to provide money for our family. He's the only working person in the house. So it's been truly a blessing to be able to have this scholarship and the financial aid, and it's done me well. It's done me absolutely well. It has helped me progress in life, and I know once I graduate, anything to help out any other program out there that is trying to do stuff like what CSA is trying to do, I would definitely love to give back in the future, just because I know how much it has impacted me. If I can help somebody else out there that would be in the same shoes that I am, I wouldn't even hesitate to give back to the community, especially to a person that is going to work hard or something like that. It's truly a blessing.
When you consider your college experience overall, is there a best part to it, the best part of going to college?
The best part going to college? The best part going to college, it's going to sound funny. I guess what I call the best part going to college is also going to be the worst part. And it's getting beat down by the university life. So I feel like I have grown an immense amount from the complete change. Going to university, the curriculum here, the material, the difficult material that I've had to face, the rigorous amounts of studying, all the all-nighters that I've had to do, the dedication that I've had to put into from every project to a tiny minuscule homework that I have to do. Everything has to be done with a 100% dedication, and I guess that's the best part from a college life that I've been able to experience is all in one word that I can summarize as hardship that I've gained.
And can you offer some advice to middle and high school students back in Yuma, maybe listening to this elsewhere, who are considering their own course to college?
Who are considering their own course to college, right? So, honestly, when we graduate from high school, to me, at the age of 18, I honestly think it is way too young. In my own personal opinion, right? Many people will be absolutely prepared at the age of 18 to move out and go start living by themselves, or I don't know. But my advice would be is plan out what you're going to do. Plan out the next 2 years after you graduate. The next 2 years after you graduate high school, plan them out. Plan them out completely well. So, like I said, for me, I was able to go to community college for my first 2 years, along with keeping up 2 different jobs. So I was a tutor, and I worked at Staples, and I was a full-time student during community college. And I thought that was great for me because it allowed before moving over here by myself. So I wouldn't imagine myself doing what I do right now when I was 18. I think we're too young at the age of 18 to try and live out by ourselves. My advice would be grow up a little more, give it a good 2 more years, get yourself a few job experiences, and go through some community college classes and allow yourself to grow up before you move over to the university life, because the university life is a whole other level. It's an absolutely whole other level.
Thank you, Brandon, for the interview and for working so hard to make a difference in our community.